back to Basketball Down Under, and today we are wondering, is this the best avenue to make it to the NBA? Founded in 2014, the basketball tournament created by Jonathan Muga has risen to the top to become one of the biggest basketball tournaments in the world. So I've been thinking, is this the best way to make it to the NBA and make it to that next level? Well, this tournament is different to any other tournament going around. The range of players is just ridiculous. You've got guys that haven't even been to college in a 5'6" Julian Newman, ranging all the way up to guys that have been in the NBA like a Trevor Booker, or NBL MVP contenders in Mitch Creek. You have a wide range of skill, ranging from players that have never been to college to the top D1 talents, and it is just a crazy competition to see how it all works out. But each year the TBT make adjustments to make the league more and more exciting and more beneficial to their players. At the end of the day though, 64 teams are competing for $1 million. Now that sounds like a lot of money, but by the time you divide it by the 8 to 10 players and the coaching staff and managers and all that, it ends up being probably $80,000 to $100,000 per player. Now I'd also assume that not every player gets the same amount. The better players are getting more money, and the not as good players are not getting as much money. That would all be sorted out in their contract. But this league gets more and more exciting every single year because it just enables the players to do what they want to do on the court. This year the TBT introduced the ELAM ending, which means when there's only 4 minutes left of the game, there is a target score introduced to the game. The highest score of the winning teams is added 8 points, and that is the target score for the remainder of the game. And why is that so exciting? It is because every single game ends in a game winner. This sounds like a sponsored video, it's certainly not, and that is a very overrated statement. There's a lot of games that end up being 20-30 point blowouts and there's still a game winner because someone has to reach that target score. Very overrated concept, but when it's close, it is so exciting. I've been watching a fair few games because you know I'm a basketball fiend. I love to watch any type of basketball there is, and it's really exciting when it's a 1 or 2 point game and a guy shoots a pull-up three for the win. It's remarkable. It is seriously exciting. Now, linking this back to, is it a great way to take your game to the next level? Well, as you know, there's guys that aren't even pros in any country playing in this league. For them, if they can show that there's something special, maybe they can get their chance to make it to that pro level. It might not be the NBA straight away, but it can certainly be a high level they can make some money in. And if you look at other guys that are fringe NBA players, one of my biggest examples is Mitch Creek. He's a fringe NBA player. He's been killing it in the NBL. He's had his time in the NBA very briefly, but with a really strong tournament, could we see him make his way back to the NBA with a performance in the TBT? Very high potential. One of his teammates is Trevor Booker. He's been playing in the NBA for years, clearly got pushed out, semi-retired sort of thing. Maybe if he plays well, he could make his way back to the NBA too. I'd say the level of this tournament is a pretty high level overall. You get a bunch of G League guys and the guys that have just finished college, and it gives them the opportunity to put their skills on display. There's also a lot less plays being run as a lot of ISO ball, so you're seeing guys get into their bag, and that's really fun to see always. Now, when I was watching a game the other day, I saw Obi Toppin get interviewed and asked if he'll ever play in the TBT. Obi Toppin, young up-and-coming player from the New York Knicks, could we see an NBA player actually play in the TBT? I reckon in a few years' time, as players get more and more freedom over the summertime, there is a big chance we could see a bunch of NBA's players doing it. We've seen NBA players in the Drew League, now we could see them make their way to the TBT. The reason why it's so good is because it's organised basketball. There aren't maniacs playing, so no one's going to get seriously injured from a dumb move or something like that. There's refs, there's regulations, so players are protected, which is their biggest fear in summer league competitions. We all saw LeBron play in the Drew League, and the whole time I was wondering, did he lose a bet? Like, why is he doing this? The stigma around NBA players playing in competitions that aren't the NBA is too negative. The stigma needs to change, that it is supported, and NBA players should be able to play in a bunch of other competitions and entertain crowds and put on a show, because that's what we want to see. In the NBA, they have to take it semi-seriously. Yes, I said semi because there's 82 games and that's way too much. But giving these NBA players the freedom to go off in Drew League and TBT is always exciting to see, and that's why I reckon the TBT's got some huge potential to bring even more attraction to the league. Because there's so many NBA players supporting the TBT because their college teams are in the TBT, there's always eyes on the league, which gives it more and more potential to blow up and allow players to make that jump to the NBA. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, share this with your friends, and I'll catch you later.